After listening to this story, stay tuned for a preview of an uncirculated episode of American Memories Continued.
As new dreams are born and hopes are lived, so too are American Memories Continued.
American Memories Continued, an original audio series, is brought to you with love and commercial-free by
The Fingerprint Community Global, moved by greater to believe bigger. Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, perfecting the distribution of hope.
and by the ongoing monthly support of friends, community members, and sustaining faithful partners like you. Our theme music, Proudly Western, was composed and performed by Jay Mann at www.ourmusicbox.com. We're thankful and humbled that you've chosen to tune in regularly for your favorite episodes of American Memories Continued.
Not just stories told, memories lived.
Today's episode is entitled A Neighborhood Forgotten. Let all of your cares go for just a little while. Listen closely. Prepare your heart to be stolen. You now have a front row seat, and this is family time.
American Memories Continued begins now.
Invited into the area by a wrong turn, I wasn't really lost, just temporarily displaced. I slowed my roll so that I could take in and appreciate what my eyes were seeing. Cherry blossom and lilac trees painted the paths of staggered front yards, and the aroma of all of this became therapy, insisting that I stay a little bit longer than I had planned while it did its job of lifting some of the burdens of the hectic day off of my shoulders. I borrowed time, drifting up and down a few of the side streets. The colors were absolutely breathtaking. How had this been missed so many times before? This was a learning moment for sure. Taking the quick path around what seemed like a waste of time had caused me to sacrifice the experience of peace and beauty. Oh, you look at me strange and say, "How could I?" As if you've never been in a hurry. But the truth is that we all have forgotten to take time to listen to the sound of the birds, forgotten the calming rhythm of water running over stones, even, I'm ashamed to say, forgotten the importance of the polite acknowledgement of another human being with just a nod of the head or a friendly smile. People saw me and waved. They didn't seem to mind. It was as if they welcomed being on display for the occasional visitor finding his or her way to the tourist attraction that they called home. It was almost as if the neighbors in the community were sending a deliberate silent message that said, "Forgive yourself for allowing life to pass you by, but don't let yourself be fooled by hurry again." I looked up, and even the trees seemed to be holding hands over the tops of the streets, causing a tunnel of comfort for those who cared to notice. The curbs were swept, and many of the lawns were manicured. Not because the residents were rich, but because of a simple, yet powerful thing called pride of ownership. People were actually out talking to each other and enjoying one another's company. Could bicycles and scooters really be left outside all night without fear of anyone stealing them? What if you forgot to lock your car door, or ran inside the house but left the front door unlatched? Safety is something that we take for granted sometimes. Negativity wasn't going to hold me captive, but reality should pay a visit regularly. A lot can pass through your mind when you allow your thoughts to run free. And as nice as all of this was, it was time for me to get back on schedule. I promised myself that I'd take the scenic route more often, and even park to get out and stretch my legs, as they used to say. After all, walking is good for your health. And it's a bit embarrassing to have to admit that the neighborhood which someone had worked so hard to keep clean, the neighborhood that had been forgotten, this neighborhood that I had been hurrying past almost every time that I was over this way, was, as you may have guessed by now, my neighborhood, the place that I call home. If you're exiting the studio, please watch your step. For those who are tuned in, we now return you to your ordinary day. We truly hope that you've enjoyed spending this time with us. Our goal, with your help, is that the American Memories Continued experience grows to become America's new favorite pastime, serving you and your loved ones wherever they are. What did you want to say, young lady? Go ahead.
Make sure to become a fan and a supporting partner and listen to our full episodes.
Click the links below and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Medium.com, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe.
Give American Memories Continued to yourself or to someone that you know. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our veterans for all that you've done for us. And truly, we thank you for your ongoing support.
Until next time, God bless.
God bless you.
And now, a preview from another episode of American Memories Continued. And that may be partially true, but I acted mostly because I was raised right. And helping someone in need, even when you need help yourself, is the right thing to do. For the most part, it didn't matter to me what you looked like or where you came from. If you were cool with me, I was cool with you. And by the way, for some odd reason, the school that we attended, which was named Tappan, chose not to take those days off that year. And this wasn't her fault, but sometimes childish-minded young people, who I truly believe were taught better.